Hello, good morning, Assalamu alaikum, bonjour, namaste, sat sri akal, ni hao. Dear friends and viewers and readers, I often do write the responses when the questions are raised before me by readers, by FB friends, by friends around me. But sometimes feel like coming up with a video response. During past few days, I had received a tremendous response regarding my previous two videos, and the impact was also there. I'm so happy to hear that regarding climate change, the agreement has been reached among the world community in Paris, and President Obama has announced that the world community has agreed to reduce the carbon emissions and to make this world a better place to live in. I was writing on these issues since long, and to be very honest with all of you, while doing graduation here in college cohort, I came across that essay of Sir Bertrand Russell, that was in our course. So, in very young age, I was convinced that the environment shall be saved. Every sane person wants to do that. I mean, there are people crazy about doing inventions, doing businesses, making industry, earning riches, whatsoever the cost is, whether the environment is polluted up to the extent that which is quite visible in China now. In Beijing, I'm going through a few videos that people are unable to breathe. Everybody is wearing a mask out on the road. Well, I'm also a materialist. Many of my articles I had written that straight away, and I have reached to those conclusions after giving a serious thought to it, that any new invention, before bringing into the market, shall be tested, whether it is harmful for environment, whether it is harmful for the humans which are going to use that invention. Because this world is for the human beings, and humans along with other living species shall live a good life in it. And just to be crazy about creating something, inventing something. One is not supposed to destroy the world, destroy the environment. No sane person do this. So I'm so happy that at least some agreement is there. Though there were other videos like highlighting now that tensions between NATO and Russia or Ukraine and the heavy bombings in Syria, which apparently Russia says that we are trying to eliminate extremism from there, but CNN reports they reflect that thereafter the anti-government forces, those who are bent upon ending dictatorship of Assad, well, these are all common sense issues. I mean, Assad should think why what he's doing to. I mean, we all will leave our names in history. And it is better to leave a better name in history because our coming generations shall be proud of it. It is not difficult to become a very nasty dictator for anyone, for any human. But majority of humans, they don't do this. Because of their love for humanity, because of their foresightedness, because the things a dictator which is doing wrong today, his coming generations, his existing generations after his removal or after his death, his family, his offshoot has to face that the repercussions of his wrongdoings. Well, I'm giving you examples from recent history. That Sheikh Mujib was so power hungry in East Pakistan, and maybe some others in West Pakistan were too so hungry about attaining power for themselves that they have resorted to demagoguery and started promising the things which they were unable to deliver to their people. And finally, what happened to Sheikh Mujib in East Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in an independent country of his own creation? He had succeeded finally to dismember Pakistan. But then he and his family members were all killed. What was happened to Mussolini? He was hanged by the people of Italy for 7 long days in a main square of Rome. He was promising which he was unable to deliver. Why I do like American model? Why I do always preach for it? Because that steers your thinking. You become a much better human being while making options regarding your career in politics, in other fields of life. Well, being a social scientist, I go a bit deep into the into everything which is happening around us. Well, if there is extremism around us, well, people of little knowledge, they just find some scapegoat to put the blame on him or her. Being educated, we have to do justice. And the reality is that the world is going through evolution of political thought, of religious thought, of economic theories. So obviously, that evolution, better outcome of that evolution depends upon the environment around you. If you are in a comfortable situation and you can analyze and you can think and rethink over all the issues which humanity is facing today, you can come up with something better. But in olden times, when the life was so rough, Tsars of Russia, they were treating their people in a very cruel way. The final outcome was the madness of revolution. So you can't, nobody can blame Lenin or, and what was happened to Marx. Obviously, he in love of humanity, he was trying to find out some way out to make the economies better. But if they came up with something raw, with something imperfect, that was because of their environment. They were in a difficult situation, and nobody in difficult situations can think in a normal or sane way. Why Americans are so brilliant? Because of their environment, because of their riches which they have, and because of the wisdom of their founding fathers. They were all educated people. So they had laid a foundation of the world where you will find everything very logical. Say, for example, in Pakistan, I often tell them that learn how to respect right of life. It is there in the constitution of everybody. And if you want loyalties of your citizens, then protect that right of property. Why it is so? Why Americans are so conscious about it? And why they had given that full protection to property rights of their citizens? Because once you are having property in a land, in a country where you have taken birth, then you are more committed and more loyal to it because you have some belongings, certain belongings in it. Now, friends, the world has turned into a borderless single country through Facebook, through internet. People from marital relations to economic deals, everything is going on. Deals are daily struck in millions on internet between people of different countries. So we are living in a very different world and we are very comfortable. We must think and act better than Mao, than Lenin, than other revolutionaries. What is revolution? It's a confusion of mind. At mass level, when people are confused, I mean, nobody can, just to erect few buildings, massacre of billions of people. Is it fair? Is it logical? Nobody can take away these buildings along with him or her after the after the death. And even in this world, who can get any benefit of that, some comfort during lifetime, and then and even sometimes it becomes really difficult to own what you have when your environment is being polluted and you're sitting in a huge palace and you don't have fresh air to breathe. What will you do with that building? Or to create some big halls that we have created. was being idealized and loved. They were all human beings. I do love Lenin, I do love Marx, I do love Mao. But you see, today's world is a research oriented world. No bigots can put any barriers on us now. We do research and we come up with new solutions and all that, and that shall be acceptable for everybody. I mean, there shall be so selfless human beings in this world that whom can do such things, alterations. And there is no matter of ego involved in it. Anybody can be wrong. Human is for error. So I hope that we can avoid Third World War. We can avoid further pollution of our environment. And hope we will not be like that one. There is a saying in Pashto, I'll translate it for all of you, that Maad sara tera, Khuda di makdi dunya dera. So a cruel man thinking is like this, that I have passed my age, there is nothing left behind in a few years of my life. And even if the planet is destroyed, it makes no difference to me. I mean, some cruel people, they do not think about others, about their existing generations, about their coming generations. They don't. So let us not be fools. I mean, the coming generations will only regard and respect those among us who are just and fair in thinking and in actions too. And I hope that the prime concerns which are raised before me during past 10-15 days, I have addressed all these issues. In Pakistan, situation is turning towards better after my second video. People have started thinking in terms of having democracy within their own political parties. Whatsoever I had said previously, that is because of the love of those people involved in it. All my country fellows, I love them. Even if they're behaving in a very odd fashion, without having democracy in their own political parties, are trying to democratize Pakistan. This is all, I mean, reflection of some sort of greed or power hunger or something like that. Because the one who can do that much can create a structure, a political party like Mafia, can also have democracy in it. Well, Americans, they do not look bad if 7-8 candidates of Democrats are having contest within the party before deciding the final candidacy of their presidential candidate. They don't look bad. They look so cute when they discuss everything, and I do listen to them on CNN. I do listen to them. Many of them are very witty, and one among them is a bit confused. He's a lovely person that Mr. Donald Trump. He has said something. Lastly, while talking to a Facebook friend of mine, she was asking for that my reaction on Donald Trump's statement regarding ban on entry of Muslims. So usually I do not intervene, but then I'm being asked to. And let me explain one thing very first, that criticism of an expert bears great value in the West. You see, a political analyst, when a party gets busted, they hire political analysts to find out their shortcomings. And their criticism, their expert opinions, they make them make a comeback in politics again. A building plan made by one architect is being reviewed by another expert. And any criticism from him, because is of a high value, because the architect has been hired, another architect has been hired to do this. But in third world, in developing countries, nobody recognizes the value of expert opinions, especially of critical nature. So coming back towards that question regarding Donald, well, my own opinion is that he is a bit sarcastic, and he is not serious while saying if you rehear the exact words which he has said, that ban the entry of all Muslims, till our representatives, they reach to some conclusions that why that was happened in San Francisco, which was happened there. So, at one hand, he's signaling the inability of the people who are unable to find out the exact reasons of the reaction shown by that angry couple, or whosoever they were. They were Muslims, and they had done something really cruel. But too many cruel things are happening there in USA. 400,000 people are being murdered in gun violence related incidents of violence. And President Obama has rightly pointed out that there shall be laws to restrict all that. And one interesting point which he has pointed out, that was that the person who is not allowed to sit in a plane because he is having some terrorist tendencies, the same person has a permission to buy arms within USA as much as he feels like, or she feels like. So there shall be some law to put a ban on such people who are mentally not normal. And I think that Donald shall also consider this, because the lives taken by anyone, all lives of citizens of United States or rest of the world are precious. And there shall be a very realistic approach towards it by blaming one religion. It is all a matter of interpretation. I haven't taken, I know Donald, in a way that in '88 when I was in USA, I went to one of his business ventures, and there I was treated very well. So he's not a discriminatory person or not an insulting one. What he has said is that he was a bit sarcastic. It is not like this that he is seriously saying this. That he knows that 7 million Muslims are there in the United States of America, and he will lose their votes if he will. Now it is up to the media and to the interpreters the way they are doing, and I think that the way I have taken him, he will be like that will be his approach. I know he's very rich, and he's rich because he's intelligent. And no, it is not very easy for everybody to get the right meanings of sayings of the intelligent people. So I don't think that he is serious in his conviction regarding ban on entry of Muslims. He was just trying to be sarcastic with those who are unable to find out the reason. Those who against those who is being a bit sarcastic, they cannot be blamed for all this because it is not possible in such a short span of time to find out a normal person, never being jailed, never being booked for any terrorist act or something like that. And certainly a married couple having a wife, having children, a baby girl, certainly goes mad and then gets plenty of time and money to buy such a huge quantity of weapons which were found there in his residence and all. So it's all, the whole situation needs serious review. So this is, I mean, if such practices are being adopted here in Pakistan, not of that couple of San Francisco, but that democratic debates and within the party elections, I think that 1,800 million people of Pakistan will be having some hope that their talent will be utilized one day to improve the lot of this country. And then I think that our leaders are talented enough. They can create environment of that sort. And I hope. I always believe in the goodness of humans. All the humans, when they're a bit ignorant about something, maybe they're like misguided missiles, and they can do wrong things too. But once they're being guided, and I do have the advantage that they all listen to me, they all read my writings too. So I hope that they will improve themselves, they will improve their party structures, and they will be more democratic, and fair. So by this way they can make themselves secure, because in mafias there is always killing. To reach to the top, the lower ones, they always resort to killing because they don't have any other way. They can't reach to the top through ballot within the party. So what they will do? And we shall realize that, and we shall all know that. I do readings, I do my homework, we shall all uh, I want to teach something which Ayub Khan, Field Marshal Ayub Khan, though he was a dictator, but somehow he came up with a very informative paragraphs in his book Friends Not Masters, that a torturous environment makes the people bit unreliable, a bit untruthful, bit cunning. So, since centuries, the environment in subcontinent is very depressing and torturous. These are very lucky few who have escaped all this, and majority of our people are exposed to it in one way or another. So they can't be so truthful or honest, because the people who are being tortured, they resort to dishonest acts, and the character of their strength of their character is that virtue they lack. So we shall create an environment, torture-free environment. We shall not behave in a fashion which newly rich people behave. Though they are also human beings, but sometimes the arrogance takes them over. And arrogance, when there is arrogance, I mean, you lose all your human character. You lose all the love, all the warmth, all the reception which the world gives you when you're nice and kind, and fair and just. The arrogant one gets nothing. So I hope that there will be change towards better. Pakistan is our country, and its security is our prime concern. Till the time that whole world start thinking in terms of humanity and ideological and other conflicts regarding to national prestige and power, glory and power politics and all that. When these concerns are being overshadowed by human considerations, the world will become much better place to reside in. And I hope that my message, my response to the questions raised before me is going to be taken in good faith. Dear viewers, readers, and dear country fellows, dear humans all around the world, I love all of you. All the best.